Warning. This show contains content that might make you laugh. If you're offended, them boys want you to know that they're sorry. Hell, who am I kidding? Them boys don't care about nothing. Enjoy the show, folks.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Last Slice podcast. We are back with another episode. We got Bodega Cat. And we got Trill Boy.
Yo, what's going on, internets?
All right, we are back with a brand new episode for you guys. Took a little break. Life always finds a way. But we have a bunch of things we would like to talk about.
I feel like a roach on the bodega floor right now.
I'm dead.
Help me!
You're actually in your room right now. You know,
I know.
that
This
is
is
your
great.
room. That's not just a picture. That's your room.
No.
That's your room,
And Trill
bro.
Boy's in an actual Italian restaurant. Like he's sitting at a table right now.
With Joe behind me with the pizza.
Yeah. Which.
Yo.
Hey, yo, Joe, what's going on, pal?
Yeah, fuck you. Order a slice.
Yeah,
Oh
his
my
mole
God.
is named Joe.
You see him?
His mole's named Joe Jr.
He's like, oh, you motherfucker.
All right, we got a bunch of things we could be talking about that's happened in the past 2 weeks. So Trill brought up a couple of good topics, so we're gonna go with the lighthearted ones. Not so much lighthearted, but you know, something we could talk about that's hit the news. So one of them is Elon Musk bought a huge percentage into Twitter stock,
Mhm.
right? And Trill, you want to carry on to what happened recently with Elon and the executives?
So, what was it? A couple of days ago, they had like that big announcement that Elon bought a huge share of Twitter. And I guess with that result, he was automatically put onto the board of Twitter, I guess. Is that correct? And then pretty much, I think yesterday he announced that he's stepping, I guess, down from that position or whatever, or he's just not going to take that position on the board. So yeah, now they made that announcement that Elon will not be on the board at Twitter.
What is he? Bruce Wayne?
I don't know.
Yeah.
True.
Like, isn't this the same guy who said he's like, I'm not the CEO? I'm like the wizard or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just find it interesting because I think a lot of people were excited or happy that he bought so much into Twitter because he's the majority shareholder of the company. And he does have a big voice on Twitter. There are a lot of people who follow Elon on Twitter. And I think and also Elon is a great representation of basically I wouldn't want to say a socialist, but like a populist. Like he
Yeah.
is for the people. He is pro capitalism. He's pro freedom of speech. He is, you know, the modern fucking Tesla. You could line him up for Ford, all these people. And I mean, I'm going to speak for myself, but I was happy to hear the news because I thought that he would sit down on the board of Twitter because Twitter is also known for heavily censoring a lot of people. And they are very biased to liberal views. So I was hoping that maybe Elon, not trying to put all my chips into Elon, saying like, oh, I believe everything that, you know, Elon believes. I'm not like a crazy fan, but I thought that maybe he could have been the person to check the executives at Twitter
Yeah.
with certain ideological beliefs. And the fact that he's not gonna be sitting on the board is very man, I really wish that he would have been on the board just to be like, you know what? You can't we need to restructure this.
Mm-hmm.
We need to restructure what's going on. What do you guys think? I don't know.
I don't know. I would kind of wish that he was gonna be on the board for Twitter to change things on that platform and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I found it weird that he's not gonna do it. Like, I thought that was like his main goal was to go on there and change how things are like kind of run when it comes to like people voicing their opinions online. You know?
Yeah, and then also too, Twitter stock rises
Mm-hmm.
as Elon Musk mulls next move. Um, and of course the CEO Parag Agrawal, who is very strict with policies, even more so than Jack Dorsey. And
Yeah.
I don't want to give Jack Dorsey too much credit because I know he tried his hardest to understand. You know, they have a lot of faith in the algorithm, and um, you know, he even went around talking to people, saying, you know, trying to hear people's grievances with Twitter, and Twitter is not a fair place. We can all agree that, you know, people shouldn't be promoting hate speech, violence on platforms. But when it comes to certain beliefs and opinions that are not harmful, Twitter tends to shut down other people's opinions and beliefs. So, but of
Yeah.
course, the CEO Parag Agrawal uh, believes this is for the best because, of course, his pockets are being full.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
and you know, they want to believe in all these movements, and which is all right, but you can't be biased to a political belief while
Mm-hmm.
others are being censored. Say to this day, Vladimir Putin, who is arch nemesis number one right now in the world, is on Twitter. The
Yep.
president of the United States is not. I, I, mean- I, I mean, I'm not a Trump person. I did not vote for him. But like that is huge. A sitting president of the United States of America, where your company is located,
Mm-hmm.
you are an American company, and the fact that you have Putin on Twitter, you have the Islamic State terrorist, the Taliban,
Taliban.
has the Taliban spokesperson is on Twitter,
Yep.
but yet the sitting president, a former sitting president of the United States, is banned.
Crazy.
I don't know. That's why I thought Papa Musk would come through and save the day.
That's what I thought too. But then I was just kind of sad to hear that news yesterday that he was gonna step down. So I was like, damn, like there's gonna be like no change then.
Yeah, Bodega, do you have Twitter?
I don't use it. I have it, but I barely chime into my Twitter. I think my Twitter's gotten hacked several times,
Yeah,
and it's kind of funny because I'm like, go ahead. I have nothing there. Like, I don't have any posts. I maybe have like 2 posts on my Twitter, but I don't use Twitter at all.
yeah. I have a feeling that you probably lay in your bed like the cat behind you on Twitter, and then you pass out.
Yeah, because you already know if I got on Twitter, I'd be banned in a heartbeat. With the stuff that I say, I
Yeah,
get banned.
and that's the thing. That's the things that we're seeing, and we'll get into a certain specific topic, and then we can, you know, circle back to
Yeah.
what we're talking about right now, because right now there is a lot of censorship with a lot of things, and comedians right now specifically are getting targeted like no end. Um, but yeah, I just hope. What do you think about Twitter? Do you think that Elon will pull a Bruce Wayne and show up to a meeting one day, like they're gonna block one of his tweets, right? He's gonna be obnoxious with his Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
right? His Twitter feed, and
Right.
the algorithm's gonna attack him for certain things. Do you think he's just gonna be like one day in the board meeting with his back like a Doctor Evil, and he's just gonna swivel, and he's gonna be like, we need to do something here. You
Oh
need to
yeah,
go. I am
I
taking over this company now.
I think he would do something like that. I could see him doing like a power move like that, just like Bruce Wayne in the what was it, the Dark Knight or whatever.
Yeah.
Man just shows up and he's just like, yeah, it's my company now, and this guy's in charge, not you anymore.
I could see him putting Twitter back on the map. I could tell you that. Like he's definitely going to give Twitter an increase, especially in the shares. Like people are probably going to start buying it more now that Elon's on board.
Oh yeah, just the value of the stock shares is definitely gonna go up.
You got to
Yeah.
understand this man has a cult following. So whatever he does, everyone else is going to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I watched since we're on the Elon Musk topic, I watched on Disney, they have a great, is it Disney or Netflix? They have a great 2-hour documentary following SpaceX and shooting off the first two astronauts going to the space station. And it starts from the beginning to when they sent another 4 astronauts on the Dragon capsule. And I gotta say, man, I'm an Elon Musk fan. I really am. It's hard to hate the guy. It's you have someone who's a visionary, and the way he was able to start SpaceX, Tesla. I mean, the man is very smart. Accepts failure when he does fail,
Mm-hmm.
but just doesn't quit and doesn't stop. And it says a lot about how he leads a company because he has so many people behind him that believes in him, and
Mm-hmm.
that just shows the quality of a person and a leader that he is. Like I know there's one quote that he said, if you're in a meeting and you're not learning anything or it has nothing to do with you, you should walk out. And someone was like, that doesn't make sense. He goes, it'll be rude for you to stay. And I was like, that is a different way of looking at it. Like if you're in a meeting, you
Facts.
ever been in a
Yeah.
meeting before and you're like, why am I here? This has nothing to do with me. This is a waste of my time, and it could have been an email,
Oh
And
yeah.
for people just to walk out, you would be like, in corporate America, you'd be like, wow, that's rude. But for them, it's like, well, if it has nothing to do with you, you have no input to say, and it doesn't, you're not learning from it. Don't stay. You're wasting your time because then you could be using that time to be doing something else. I don't know. That's just something about him and his quality, but
Yeah.
I really hope
Nah.
that he does something about Twitter. I really do.
Yeah, because like you said, dude's a pioneer of our generation and whatnot, and he, like you said, he takes responsibility of some of like the crazy outlandish stuff that he says. He's pushed us further with like the whole space exploration with SpaceX, and then look with Tesla now, like being such a pivotal point in automobile with like gas prices being so high now, and now you got Tesla and you can have electric cars and charge them up. Don't have to worry about the gas prices and stuff. But yeah, man, man's like our real life Tony Stark, if you
He
would
really
say.
is. Yeah.
I
Did you
know.
know he was in Iron Man?
Mm-hmm.
He was in Iron Man. There was a
Yeah.
scene. Did you know that, Bodega?
No, I never knew
He's
that.
in Iron Man in the older. Which one is it? 2? Iron Man
Iron
2.
Man 2 when they're at the
Yeah,
Formula One.
yeah. They're at the Formula One,
Hmm.
and it was like a quick little cameo. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh hey Tony, this is Elon, or I don't even think they said Musk. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is Elon, and then he shake hands, and hey, how are you doing? And he just keeps walking, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like they even know back in the day, like, yo, this
Wow.
is real life Tony Stark meeting Marvel Tony Stark. Like that's a good point, man. I didn't think about that, but he is.
Oh
He
yeah, I
is.
remember that scene. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, that's that is true, man. He is Tony Stark. He is him.
It's like
I
mad
don't know.
funny because
I
I
just
saw.
respect everything that he does. I really do.
Yeah, it's just mad funny because I saw a video just recently on Instagram. I guess it was at the Texas Auto Show. Homeboy pulls up in like some crazy next new Tesla car or whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, this is like the real life Tony Stark." It's just like the scene in Iron Man 2 when he shows up to that convention and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
just like this whole spectacle and whatnot. It's crazy.
I think that him buying all those shares, there's a reason. Because that was, I think it was like $2 billion or something like that for the
Big
shares.
chunk.
Jesus.
Yeah, he put in a lot of cash to be
Jesus.
the majority
Mhm.
shareholder, and I'm pretty sure there's a reason behind it. Obviously, we're not going to find out now, but
Yeah.
there's going to be a reason why he doesn't want any say. Some people are skeptical of like, why do we let this certain people buy things, and we can't trust billionaires and stuff like that. And it's like, I get that, I really do. But you're talking about someone who created PayPal, who's told like, yeah, electric cars, like making electric cars is not going to get you anywhere, and that SpaceX was impossible. Like you're talking about somebody who didn't really have a background, would you say, in engineering spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy was just like, "Yo, I want to fucking go to Mars. How do we find a way?"
Mm-hmm.
And then another bunch of other people, like the book nerds, were like, "Hey, we need to go to Mars. You
Yep.
got the funding, we got the brains. Let's fucking make it work."
Yep.
I mean, it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. I believe we will go to Mars in the next 20, 30 years, bro.
To the moon, Diamond Hands.
All
To the moon.
right, enough of Elon Musk. All right, let's talk about Travis Scott. I don't know anything about this. Trill, this is all you, bro. I'm interested
Straight
to
up.
know what's going on.
So yeah, with I guess Coachella coming up in the upcoming weeks, they've been spotting different advertisements on billboards on the highways going towards, I guess, Palm Springs, where the festival's at, and basically saying all this. It's like this weird like marketing tactics that they're doing. They're like, "Oh, if are you looking for utopia?" And it's like, and then on the other side it says, "Oh, you're going the wrong way," or something like that. So like they're doing like this like little marketing scheme, and I guess Travis Scott's new album, which should be I guess like the redemption for him after the whole Astroworld Festival fiasco went on. So I think the album should be dropping this year, or I think later on this year. So they've been doing like this whole marketing scheme. I've been seeing it all over like Instagram and stuff, and it was just like I found it very interesting. Like I don't know if they're taking a jab at Coachella, saying like, "Oh, you're going the wrong way," because he got cut from Coachella. So I'm wondering if that's like a little
that's right.
jab
Because
to it.
the right way is going straight to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to
Essentially.
die, or you have to 6 feet in the dirt and die at a concert.
To go to
Yeah.
Utopia.
That's the right way to go.
You and seven
Not
of your
at a
friends.
concert where you don't die. You have to go to a concert where you do die,
to reach
where
Utopia.
your soul goes to Utopia.
Could be. I don't know.
We're a fucking clown world.
Subliminal messaging at its finest.
Oh, thank you.
Would you guys? I'll go to Bodega. Would you ever go to a Travis Scott concert?
Yeah.
If in
Yeah.
in 2 years there's gonna be a Travis Scott concert, would you go?
Yeah, probably, because the man still made good music.
So you don't care about your life, right? Like you're just a reckless.
Fuck you. You only live once. Let's go.
Oh,
dead.
wow. Oh wow.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Dead.
What if the ticket came with a life insurance policy, and you have to do like
Definitely not.
you have to sign your life contract.
Definitely not then.
Hey, welcome to the concert. You might die, but you're gonna definitely enjoy his music.
You cannot
I definitely know.
sing
Trill,
Travis
would you go
Scott.
to a Travis Scott concert
Again?
after all this?
Yeah, like I'll go. I'll go to
Of
another
course, you
one.
guys
Sell
would.
your, sell your
Of course I
soul
will.
with me, Trell. Sell your soul.
Yeah, fuck those people who died. Right?
Mhm.
Their lives don't matter.
All I know is
No.
if the crowd
The
gets
music lives
crazy, I'm
on.
gonna be coming out swinging.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just I can't support people involved in that family. I just can't do it no more. I just
nah.
I just can't. It's
In the
just
Kardashian
it's
family.
so wild. It's crazy the amount of shit that you hear. Like, I was on Instagram and it was an Instagram reel of like Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian
Yeah.
like posing, and people are like, "Oh my god, this is life iconic, legendary."
Oh
Like,
no.
what do these people do besides Travis Barker, who's a great, phenomenal drummer? Like, what does this lady do in life?
Oh no. Did you see the thing that was like all over Instagram today? That one
What's that?
post? The one that Kim posted up was Skeet
Oh,
at dinner, at the dinner table or whatever. They were on a date. Bro, the minute she posted that up on Instagram, it blew up like wildfire all over Instagram.
What did she put up?
It was just them at dinner or whatever, and like they were like all booed up, and they were doing like the whole couple thing, whatever. And the minute she posted that up, I saw that on every other girl's Instagram story.
yeah, like, yo, these chicks really be looking up to these girls. Like, oh my god, life. Like, yeah, look how cute they are. Like, bro, like these people don't care about you.
They
Like,
don't.
they're really looking up to these people. Like, yeah, this is okay. This is gonna go into the next topic because I can't anymore. I just feel I'm gonna lose my shit. Next topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez
Why?
are engaged.
Why?
She is engaged again.
Why are we doing this again?
Again, she is the real life fucking Thanos. There is no more denying it. And again, oh my god, iconic. What's iconic? That she has 2 kids from a different person who's been engaged to 20 different fucking guys. What is so iconic about her? I'll wait. I'm waiting.
Don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Legendary, empowering.
Wow.
Nope. Nope.
I
She's
can't.
run through more dudes. And yo, what is it about her that she's getting rings like that, though, bro?
Dude,
Imagine,
I don't know.
yo,
She's gotta be
we
LeBron.
should
She's trying to get her
calculate
rings.
how much money was spent on her engagement rings alone,
Oh,
bro.
lots
You
of
could
money.
feed fucking
millions.
Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Nah, I feel
my
like
God.
she's casting spells on all these dudes. Cause how does Ben make the mistake again doing that?
So wait,
Yo,
wasn't she
100%,
was
bro.
married to Ben?
No, she was engaged. To
She,
Ben
oh, she's
Affleck.
engaged.
But they never,
Engaged.
they
Yeah.
didn't, they never fully went to the whole thing.
No, and then after Ben was the singer or the dancer or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Or
it was like a dancer.
She
Right.
gotta have that magic coochie. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, what
She got
is
that
it
magic
that
box.
she that gluck, bro?
3,000.
She got the gluck.
She got the butt. She got the yams.
She got the gluck. No, in all seriousness, man, I just don't understand how in
It's the
society
yam.
right now, bro, that this is just like, I don't know, man. I'm old school, bro. I believe in like, yo, if you want to marry someone, you have to be committed. And I understand that some people don't want to be with each other and they get divorced because they can't. But like, bro, like to be in like 7 different engagements and like young kids are looking up to these people, and it's just like, yo, Hollywood really ain't real life, bro.
Mm-mm.
Like after that whole Will and Jada shit, you're like, yo, this is not real shit, bro. This ain't real
not.
shit. What do you guys think about it?
It's not. I don't know. I just find it like ridiculous. I'm just like, they're just doing it for the headlines, tabloids, social media, just for them to further more their empire or whatever and stuff. So it's just them be like, oh, hey, look at me. Look at me. Put the spotlight on me, you know? Like, it's all shenanigans. That's how I see it with them.
I don't know. For me, it's kind of like we're prying into their personal lives way too much, and we're caring way too much as a society. You know, but J-Lo and Ben all over again. Like, come on, been there, done that. Correct me if I'm wrong. She only has kids with Mark Anthony, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't have kids
I
with
believe
anyone
so.
else.
I don't think
But
so.
like, When are people going to realize that this toxicity today in this society is not healthy? Like, you should not be engaged or married 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You know?
Yeah, like that's not really okay, right? Like that
Yeah.
that
Nah.
shouldn't be something that you should be proud of. Like that shouldn't be iconic,
And
legendary. Oh my god, I want to be you. Like this is
no.
this is what I want to be in life. Like no, like that's not what marriage, I don't care what religion you believe in, but that's not what marriage is about. Period.
Yeah.
Marriage
And
is not about, you get married and for certain people like, oh, I could take half of my spouse's money, whether that be male or female. That's not what marriage is not about that. Marriage is like literally a commitment between you and another person and that you're going to be in life forever until you die and you're going to build a family and an actual fucking empire through your lineage.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, none of these no one
Am
should
I
be
taking
taking their
crazy pills
lives.
out here, bro? Am I taking crazy pills out here?
No one should be taking what they do in life seriously because it's like, Papa, you don't have the money to divorce 5 times. Sorry.
Yeah.
You got to have millions. You know how much divorce costs?
It's a lot.
And
what
that's
they're
why these
doing-
people like Trill brought up a good point. They're doing this to get clout. This is
Yes.
a form of clout chasing.
Yes.
And he has a point because
yes.
right now it's the hot topic. Everybody wants to talk about Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Everybody wants to talk about I'm sorry, Travis Barker, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I said that right before, but it's Travis Barker and Kourtney
Yeah.
Kardashian. Those are the headlines. Those are the topics. This is what the tabloids want. This is what the people want. And then all of a sudden, when the next new thing happens, it's like, yeah, our marriage fell apart. And they can afford divorce. So they can
Mhm.
go to another. It's like their managers get together. It's like, okay, who's going to be best fitting for Kourtney? Let's go for someone different. Let's go for like an Asian person now, or like something crazy. Like let's just like pair her with somebody that we never seen her with before, like Courtney and Will Smith, because he's probably gonna get divorced soon. So
Yeah.
like, you know,
It's like writing out a
It's-
script for like a show and all that. That's all it is. It's
we
storytelling.
can't be idolizing these people. We really can't. They're not. Man, there's so many people in the world, in society, that's worth looking up to than these people. And they, it's just not because they don't have talent or anything. It's just like they really are piece of shit people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do we not understand? Like, why can't we realize that as a society that there's a reason why J-Lo was engaged 7 fucking times, right? Nobody's questioning why
Nope.
she is engaged that many times, and nobody married her. Like, Mark Anthony married her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Am I wrong? Guys, come
You
on,
taking
man.
crazy
If
pills?
I'm wrong, tell me, bro, please. Because I just
No.
I try to calculate this like the lady in the meme with the fucking the math shit all day running in my head. I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
I'm fucking Doctor Strange out here looking through all the
Nah.
scenarios.
All the different scenarios that are going on.
Yeah,
And you started to go into it, but the marriage of Will Smith and Jada.
he's done, bro.
Nah, he's pretty much.
Wait. What do you think about it?
All right, before we talk about the most recent event, right? Let's go back to that night when this man slapped Chris Rock on stage. First question I got to ask you is real or fake?
I want to say it's real, man. Because when I first saw it happen, I was like, "Shit, this is real." And then for a second, I questioned it, just because of the way it looked and whatnot. But honestly, I think it's real.
Okay.
At the moment, I thought it was real on the simple fact that Chris Rock was completely stunned. He was really befuddled. You could tell it was awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
also, too, the uncensored version from Japanese and Australian news networks captured Will Smith saying, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." So he cursed on national television, which
Right.
in the United States, that's a very big no.
Huge no-no.
Especially during the Oscars, because
yeah.
that's supposed to be family friendly.
It's like
So-
prestigious, and you gotta act a certain way, proper. You know, they have like the whole image. But I'm
I think
surprised
it
it
was
wasn't.
real.
You have
I'm
to act elite.
I'm surprised it wasn't like censored at the other countries. I guess they have different regulations and shit.
They couldn't catch it in time.
Oh,
Yeah, like Japanese, like you know how like they have to it takes them like 30 minutes to just complete one sentence. That's what happened.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying, you know how like they have in Japanese,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
you'll say like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to the corner," and
It's-
then like it takes a long ass time for them to complete that whole sentence because that's the way the language structured. But yeah, that Japanese they couldn't catch that in time. But what do you think? All right, what do you guys think about? Do you think? All right, so let's get into. Also too. I believe it is now has to be confirmed real
yes.
for the simple fact that he is banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
For 10
Correct.
years.
That also solidifies the fact that this was real and he actually
Right.
smacked Chris Rock, right?
Mhm.
We can all agree with that.
Yeah.
Right, because they wouldn't have banned him otherwise. Like, you know, this is and for 10 years.
That's
You
a
know?
long time.
It's
Yeah.
a very long time. Now, do you think that that is a justified reaction from the Academy? And do you guys think there should be other consequences?
I think it was a justified reaction and punishment. Other consequences? Absolutely not. Because you got to understand, Will Smith is a staple for us. And I'm going to support him either way. I stand by him that he slapped Chris Rock. I stand by him that he defended his wife and he disliked that comment. So regardless of what any Oscars, I mean, there's been, you know, actors that have gone to the Oscars for years and boycotted them because they never got nominated, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, regardless of what happened, you gotta understand that he handled a family matter, unfortunately, very publicly, right? Where someone embarrassed his wife on national television. So for every action, there is a positive and equal reaction. So regardless of what they do to him, I will support him 100%. I'll still watch his movies. I'll watch his older movies. I'll support any new movie he puts out. I don't think what he did was inappropriate or wrong. The words that came out of his mouth, yes, that was inappropriate for live television. But his reaction, I'm totally okay with it, and I'll support him 100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
Charles, what do you?
I don't know. I'm more on the fence. Like, it's I'm looking at like the comedy, like spectrum of it and whatnot. I'm like, it's what comedy is. It's been like that for many years. There's been jokes that have been like outlandish and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's just like this is comedy, you know. People are just trying to make people laugh. If I was like Will, like yeah, I would have reacted, but like maybe not in that type of way. I maybe would have spoke to Chris Rock behind the scenes, stepped him to the side, and be like, yo, like what you said was like fucked up, this and that and whatnot, and do it like that. But yeah, like I'm on the fence on it. Like I do agree with Will trying to defend his wife, this and that. But also too, you gotta also put into consideration what Jada has been doing behind the scenes with like what? One of the Jaden's friends or some shit like that.
August, yeah.
Yeah, August and whatnot. So it's just like I understand, yeah. It's like you're trying to defend the family, but also too you gotta put into consideration what Jada's has done in the past. So I don't know. It's just it's a weird situation, but yeah, like I'm on the fence on that one with that.
Yeah.
So
I'm
For
gonna.
me-
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I just wanted to add, I'm sorry. For me, the joke was just in poor taste because I felt like he came after someone who has a legitimate medical condition.
yeah.
And that's where it hit home for me. So regardless of husband and wife, that's where it hit home for me. Though I was like, okay, This is a comedian. Yes, it's a joke, and I agree, but it was a poor, tasteless joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Bodega, it's gonna be me and you because I'm gonna come at you on this.
Okay,
First,
let's
I'm
go.
gonna pick apart what you just said. Right?
Gotcha.
You said that you disagree, you disapprove of what Will said out loud. Correct?
Correct that he swore on national television.
But you also back on how he took action on Chris Rock.
Correct.
Okay, so you're saying that his words were more violent than him slapping Chris Rock.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes and no, because
So
a
him
s-
slapping someone is not violent
Right.
to you, but him saying the F word is violence.
you gotta think of it. How much violence like that is on television every single day? There's cartoon characters beating each other up.
We're saying what is violent and what is not violent. Violence is violence.
Right.
Touching someone and hitting someone is violence.
Right.
We all know this.
Right.
We can sit here and say right now, me and you, and especially you, because you wear a badge, that he could have went to jail that night because he smacked someone.
Correct.
That's violence, not words.
Correct.
Words is not violence.
But
Unless you're promoting hate and
he could have been acting.
also
It
too,
could
and
have
let's
been
look at the
acting.
context of the joke. It was a fucking G.I. Jane joke.
Correct. But don't forget, she has a medical condition. That's why she doesn't have any hair. It's not like she just shaved her head and decided to go bald one day. She can't help it. And, women's beauty and their hair is very important, especially African American women. So for Chris Rock to come out with that joke, it was very poor. Like, that was a low blow. That's the equivalent of making fun of a disabled or a handicapped person, in my opinion.
But the thing is, doesn't Dave Chappelle do that on the regular?
All the time.
What is
Like this is not it's a harmless joke. It's not
It's just like
Harmless where?
it's like
it's a harmless joke. It's a fucking G.I. Jane joke.
it's like that
At Jada's expense.
it's like that
On whose
special.
expense? Joe, you got
It's like that special with Dave Chappelle, the last one. He basically explained like the whole comedy thing to it. Like he's like, yeah, I'm making jokes, but like at the end of the day, like I'm not being serious. Like the jokes that he made with that one transgendered person that he became friends with, the one who lost her life and stuff. Basically saying like, yeah, I'm cracking jokes, but like she's coming back at it and whatnot because she understands it's comedy at the end of the day. Like you're pretty much just trying to entertain, make people laugh, this and that. And then also too, like I saw like Chris D'Elia, he made a post and stuff about like I think a previous special that he did. He was just like, well, you wanted comedy, you paid to come see me crack jokes, so like why are you reacting this way? Like you paid to see it, So it's just with comedy, it's just they're always being put under scrutiny with jokes. They always stepping on eggshells, but like at the end of the day, like that's what it is. It's comedy. It's supposed to be entertainment, this and that. And yeah, like people might react a certain way to it, but like not everything is for everyone. Like that's how I see it.
Yeah, no, valid point. But now, okay, back to Bodega real quick, because I also got another point. Now, I'm not. I honestly, just a discussion, right? We're just debating here. Now, here's the thing: we are labeled a comedy podcast, are we not?
Yes.
Yes.
Has there been any point in this podcast that we have said some outrageous stuff based on people's weight, people's diseases, anything? If we can sit here and say that right now, that we did not do any inappropriate jokes, then we can then sit here and say, you know what he did was wrong. We have done way worse and have said way worse. And therefore, by your standard, we should not exist whatsoever. We should get in trouble for the things we said.
Have we ever directly aimed it at a specific person?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I have definitely. I will say I have definitely. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if we're gonna sit here and say that what he did was like, oh, he went after a medical condition. First of all, it's alopecia. A lot of people suffer. Even men go bald. You know what I mean? And it's not. It wasn't a harmful. Ricky Gervais during the that award ceremony, his monologue was way worse and attacked a lot of people
Oh yeah.
worse than what Chris Rock did. You know, and for me, it's like obviously because we're labeled a comedy podcast on all these platforms, it's like, you know, if we're gonna sit here and say that Chris Rock shouldn't be saying these jokes, then we shouldn't be saying jokes either. We should be getting in trouble. But at the end of the day, it's like Patrice O'Neal said, comedians telling jokes, it comes from the same place. They are only saying it to get laughs.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from the same place. It's not to be harmful. It's not to hurt people's feelings. They are trying to grab laughs. They're not there to, I don't know. It's just words. Words are not violence. Violence is violence. That's my point. You know,
It's just
and also
like
too, how are you taking Jada's side, bro? She ruined
feel
this
bad
man's
for
career,
her.
bro. What
I
do
feel
you
bad for the joke. I feel bad for the joke.
she humiliated the homeboy on her show, on that one episode.
Yeah.
Homeboy cry.
Yeah,
It's like crazy.
and then okay, let's analyze why Will did what he did, right? So like you said, he was defending. I can understand both sides of it. Do I agree with him smacking Chris Rock? No. He was paid to make jokes. And it wasn't even his joke. It was a writer's joke. So the writer should fucking get smacked in the face. Not Chris. I mean, Chris Rock said it, but nobody should be getting smacked in the face. And also, too, we're not even talking about the fact that my man did not even get arrested.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to talk about elitism at its finest, if that was either one of us, let's say we were doing, hopefully, knock on wood, one day we can do this show live in front of a crowd, right? And we can do a whole show and have like hundreds of people come watch us. And you would expect that if someone came and slapped you in the face or beat the shit out of you on stage, you would want to press charges on that person and have him arrested. Or they wouldn't even have to do that. They'll just get arrested immediately because they just assaulted a person. You know, and that's one thing. And then my point, what was my point? I don't know. It's just Jada. So like you said, defending her honor. But like, yo, you cheated on your husband and you humiliated him in front of the world. So like, of course he feels like he's not a man because his name was dragged through the mud because of you. Like, she is a toxic person, in my opinion. She ruined a great man. You know, I'm a Will Smith fan. I'll always be a Will Smith fan. Do I think people make mistakes? Absolutely. But you can't just get up and just smack people because they made a fucking G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just like if any
Bodega, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just
trying to
listen. I the only thing I could say is that making fun of someone live, national television, regardless of that, it had to do with a G.I. Jane 2, which is a great movie with Demi Moore. He was trying to make a correlation between the fact that she's bald. And in that movie, Demi Moore goes bald because she's a woman in the military. And if he knew, I don't know if he actually did know. There's been, too many stories. I don't know if he actually did know that Jada has, a disease that forces her to be bald. I just think it was a very bad joke, And just the way, like, he could have done something different instead of saying that, I felt her pain because I'm just like, I don't feel right whether if it was, funny or not, making fun of someone with a disability like that. I just felt it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Will Smith's reaction
Yeah.
Over the top. I'll give you that. His reaction is over the top.
And then also too, everyone says is that comedy is subjective, right? So
Right.
not everybody's going to get the joke. Like Joe said, you're not going to get. It's not for everybody, right? The joke
Right.
it can hit people differently, and people can just walk out and be like, "Oh, that was just in poor taste," right? There are a lot way worse comedians that say outlandish stuff that I don't agree with, and I can admit that with you. But to say like a medical disease like alopecia, like it's like her hair was short, like okay,
Right.
that might hurt her feelings or whatever, but it wasn't first of all, like I said before, it's all coming out of one place: laughter. Making people laugh, right? Because I like to make people laugh. That's a high for me. I enjoy it. And when I say things like, people could be like, "Oh, he's an asshole," and people be like, "Oh my god, that's funny," but like there's no in between. Either you like it or you don't, And here's another question for you: do you believe in freedom of speech?
Yeah.
So the comedian has every right to say whatever he wants, unless he's not promoting violence. Or like I get what you're saying. You just think it's you just didn't like the joke, period, because you feel empathy towards Jada, which is understandable. And I'm taking the route like, oh, well, it's
I
just
feel empathy about what she did to Will, but the joke made it on her expense was kind of poor.
Yeah, and it now, because what Will did now gives a green light to anybody who feels like they're getting disrespected on stage, or like, it's like I just said, it's like us. If we do this show live and we make a comment about something, and someone happens to relate to a certain topic or a certain person or a certain way of living, then they can come on stage and beat the shit out of us. That's not okay.
Right.
Right? Because it's freedom of speech. Either you don't like it, you get up and you walk away. Or like Joe said, "Hey, can I talk to you real quick?" Like, I would appreciated that. If Will really had a problem, you wait till after the show and then beat the shit out of Chris Rock behind stage.
Right.
Do it like that.
Right?
That's how I see it.
That would have been the more admirable, manly thing to do. Not do it. First of all, the guy's he's bigger than him. And of course, like, he's doing his job. That's the thing. He's doing his job.
Right.
Like, they paid him to do that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
The more
I'm going to
person
defend it
he
because
should,
we're labeled a comedy podcast, and if this is the route where we're going, it's just like it could backfire on us.
the one person he should be really mad at is the Academy, because
they allowed it.
They allowed it happen on their watch. It was probably one of their writers. I don't know, maybe, or whatever. But yeah, it happened at their event. They pretty much set these people up to go on the stage and do all these jokes and all that. So
know what? I'm glad you said that. Keep going.
But yeah, it's they should be held accountable because it happened at their thing. They pretty much, it was their pretty much planned out thing, like, happened on their whole thing. So that's how I see it when it comes down to it.
Would have been a better reaction from Will if him and Jada just got up and left during the middle of it. Just like as soon as the joke was made, people laugh, whatever, and they just get up and leave. And he just says, "Screw this." Even if he was going to win, if he just got up and protested and left and just said, "Screw the Oscars, I'm out. Not coming back next year. I don't care if I do a movie. Not coming. If you're going to allow this," that would have been better. Because then guess what? They would have had to made a public apology and say to him, "We're sincerely sorry." He could have got up and left, said, "Keep your Oscar. I don't want it. Keep it. Because if I'm going to be disrespected like this," he should have just left the building. That would have been a better response. I think that would have been the ultimate smack in the face to the Oscars.
I agree with you 100%. That would have been, you know what it is? That would have been labeled as a bigger statement than anything else.
Yep.
That you walk up, you walk out, you leave, you win Best Actor of the Year for the, you get your Oscar, right? And you're not there to receive it, right?
Yep.
And then at the end of the day, the Academy would have to do everything they can to get him back to return the
Yep.
next year.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
But the funny
and
thing
then Chris Rock would have to apologize for the insensitive joke that he did. But by him slapping Chris Rock just shows like you said something mean. Here we go. Like it's another sensitive thing. Like you said something mean to me. I don't like it. I'm gonna beat you up because of
Mhm.
what you said. Words are
Yeah.
not violence.
And another thing that makes it more complicated is that someone had footage behind the scenes. What a lot of people didn't see was that Jada actually laughed at that joke.
Right. I saw that.
So it's just crazy. It's just like how these entertainment companies they want to control like the whole narrative and like pretty much script out like their own shit because we didn't see that on national TV. But what they captured was a moment looking like she was kind of like pissed off or whatever. You see,
Right.
like they're trying to like control the story or like create this whole thing
But
or whatever.
something must have happened for Will to just get up and smack him, though.
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
Jada laughed. There's no way
No.
because she looked like she was really pissed.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. But that's the thing is they only capture that so you see that. There was actually footage behind the scenes where you see her chuckling and laughing and whatnot. So it's just like now they're making this dude look bad and whatnot, but still the way he reacted was not acceptable and shit. So I don't know. It's just crazy how I see
But
the whole situation.
Kudos to Chris Rock on being the bigger man. Number one, not pressing charges.
Or retaliating.
Number two, not retaliating. Number three, he's on tour right now. And ever since this incident, all his shows have sold out. This man has yet to make a statement or official comment on it in any of his shows. His first show back, he literally said, "How was your weekend?" Like as a joke. And he goes, "I don't want to talk about the incident at all tonight." He's like, "We'll touch on it a little bit." But he said, "I really don't know what to say about it." And left it at that.
Mm-hmm.
I give him props for that, for being the bigger man on that.
And also, too, I would like to say, if Chris Rock really wanted to,
Yep.
G.I. Jane joke is the least he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay? He's a legendary stand-up comedian from New York. He could have lit their fucking world on fire
Oh yeah,
if
absolutely.
he wanted to. And I
Absolutely.
like I said, like he did not stoop. He could have went. Bro, I get smacked in the face on national TV. Everything's off the table now.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just doing a stand-up show just to ruin your life. Oh, how's
Yeah.
August doing? Did you slap August the way you just slapped me?
Mm-hmm. He could have went that route.
Could have went that route, but he didn't.
Could have.
I
So
don't know. Maybe she's seeing Chris Rock. Who knows?
who knows? I don't know. I just find the whole situation I don't know. It's just it's comedy. People now like doing all this stuff. Just I feel like it's just adding more fuel to the fire for all these like media companies, just so they can have people click onto their articles and shit like that. It's just them stirring up the pot and having it on the news for a week and shit, so they could just be like, oh shit, our ratings are up. Oh, we got these many clicks on our article. Like, great and shit. So I don't know.
We must protect the comedians at all costs because we are a comedy podcast. We
Yep.
have to defend it. Is that it? Anything else?
I think that's pretty much it that's been going on lately. Nothing
Yeah,
too
it's
crazy.
been
Bodega, you
honestly
good?
the news past couple of days.
That's pretty much
know. Any Kanye updates? How's Kanye doing?
it. One rapper, the one dude, Fabio Foreign, who just dropped his album last week, put out I think a tweet or something saying that Kanye's doing good. He's just staying out of the public light. He's hanging out in the islands and shit, just trying to gather his thoughts on like everything that's been going on with him and Kim and shit. So he's just focusing on himself. That's what it looks like. So
I have one final thing to say for the episode.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, April 15th, the once claimed King of New York, more like the Rat of New York, is returning from the sewers, returning from the streets, back in the bodegas, eating up your snacks, red flag wearing, rainbow hair loving. 6ix9ine is returning April 15th. Let's go.
I'm dead.
Let's go.
I totally forgot
what is
about
he
that.
doing? Like a concert?
I have no idea.
He has an album.
We have no idea. I think he has an album, a song, a music video.
It's a new album that's coming out. He's pretty much trying to say like retaliating against everyone saying, "Oh, you fell off, bro. Like you're not the king of New York. This and that. You're different. Blah blah blah." So like basically, this is like his Phoenix moment, rising from the fire, saying like, "Nah, I'm reborn. I'm back. I'm back to my old fucking crazy ways. This and that." So
he's coming back. The troll of New York is coming back.
I don't know. I bang out to his music. I ain't gonna lie. I can't talk smack. His music's not bad at all, man. You can't sit here and tell me that he ratted. Like, yeah, like you ain't banging out to some of his tracks.
His music ain't half bad. I'm not saying it's amazing, but they bump. They bump.
The same people who's like, yo, I can't listen to rap music is the same person in the fucking bathroom playing one of his tracks, like looking like, oh, I hope nobody's.
I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get caught.
I don't want to get caught. You know.
No, but I gotta give it to the kid. Yeah, he's smart when it comes to marketing and doing all that and PR work. Like I gotta hand it to him. Like my man knows how to keep staying in the spotlight and having all these people talk about him. Like you gotta give him props for that. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. So
he knows how to stay relevant.
Yeah, he's smart in that aspect.
I don't care what he did.
I'm gonna keep his music's decent. I'm gonna keep listening to it.
I still throw it up.
You know,
up there,
you know what it is. Every song that I've heard from 6ix9ine, whether the lyrics are shit or whether the song is just trash, there's always one-liners, and his music hypes you up. That's the thing about 6ix9ine. Yeah. All his music gives you a little bit of that, just a hint of that Pop Smoke feeling. That when you hear it on the radio, you just turn it up. Even though he's not on the radio anymore. But, you know, if it comes across on your playlist and you just bump it up a little bit, all his songs are bangers. Unfortunately, people love to hate him. And I'm sorry, you can't hate on the man's music numbers.
I mean, you can't sit here and tell me you ain't going to run through a fucking white town where there's nice white picket fences and not blast this motherfucker's music, yo. Just to cause some chaos, bro. That's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing. Windows down, you know, where they're like, you go into like the town where they're like, hi neighbor, and he's mowing his grass, and I'm like, you mad? I'm back. You're broke.
Oh my God. I gotta give it to up to his production dude or whatever who does all his music, because a lot of the tunes, the music that they make it slaps. It slaps. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
It's fuego. I give it to him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Props on that.
All right.
But
so we got Tekashi 6ix9ine coming back. Jennifer Lopez is Thanos. And that is an episode. This is episode 69 of the Last Slice podcast.
Ooh.
What a perfect way to end that.
For a little bit.
6ix9ine.
We're going to be consistent. Just keep dropping out some stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got Bodega Cat and Trill Boy in the building. And we'll be back with another one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And leave a comment about the debate we just had. If Tekashi is the king of New York, you know, let us know. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you on another one.
Later.